would typically begin these by shredding the burlap. I like to use burlap because I think it has a lot of reference nature. It's obviously a product of nature, and paper is another thing that comes into my work. I would shred the burlap and tease some of the fiber from it, and then I would pulp the paper, add in different types of dye, usually just fabric dye, and then begin to layer it into the burlap. The process takes about maybe 7 to 12, layering processes, and I would let the work lead me. I don't necessarily have a targeted finish for the work. I would put the pulp down on the burlap, let it breathe, let it dry, come back to it, decide what areas that would need more layering, more application, and so it continues to be layered until the piece starts to feel like it's finished. One interesting thing that happens with the piece is that it also takes on its own form and begins to do some very interesting things as I work with it.
So you kind of let it lead you, and as well interfere a little bit, or there's a kind of a give and take, a kind of a partnership.
It's more like a partnership, I think. Yes, a little give and take here and there. I do, of course, being the creator or the author of the piece, I have some control over it, but I don't try to seize control. I try to let the piece speak to me, and I collaborate with it and do what it tells me. So
that's wonderful. Is it one panel or is it several panels? Maybe you can show a little bit how it, and it's supposed to be hung.
Yeah, this particular piece is made up of 3 different panels, and they vary in size and lengths, and I do suspend them so that they can show a variety of textures that are on the form itself. They're pretty light in weight, and so they can undulate, they can drape a little bit, and form some interesting surface textures. So most of my pieces that are in this form come in multiples. I don't create like one at a time. I would create typically like 3 in the minimum and have it up to 12.